I'm here with another viewer request, and this time it's from my friend who recently temporarily emigrated out of the United States to a foreign place. And now my friend is feeling a little bit homesick, and I wanted to talk a little bit about homesickness. So, much like my video from yesterday, I have some, I know what it's like to be homesick because as a Korean international student, um, my sister was actually born in San Diego, so she is an American citizen. But now I was born in Korea, so I had to do military service, and I grew up. I was born. I was raised a little bit in Korea, and then I went to Canada, and then I went to California, and then I went back to Korea, and then I came back to California, and then I went to college in the East Coast, and then I went back to Korea, and then I went to the San Francisco Bay Area, and then I eventually landed in LA, which is where I am right now. So, when I'm homesick, I don't even know where I'm homesick for. Is it the place where I was born, like the port city of Busan in Korea? Am I homesick for Victoria, British Columbia? Am I homesick for Brea? And am I homesick for Fremont, California? So it's all very like murky to me, the idea of a home. But even with my murkiness, there is still a deep tug for homesickness every time I go to a new place. And if it's happening to me at this state, think of how if you have a stable idea of what your home is, of course you feel homesick, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that is a feeling that deserves witnessing. And now, to deal with the homesickness, I think number one, it's important to remember that you're ultimately doing this trip or stay for yourself, right? And I think something that can help give you more power in that regard is recognizing that if you wanted to, you could go home today. So if you had a true emergency and you had to go home today, like you could, right? So yeah, you have reasons to not, but understanding that it's all actually up to you. Even when you feel homesick, no one's like binding you there by force, right? You have the cognitive ability, you have the intellect to go back home whenever you want. And even then, you are there. Now, your stay just became kind of a blah kind of a thing to an intentional stay, because now you're aware of the power to leave whenever you want. And the power to leave whenever you want is a very powerful power to always wield and exercise when it becomes needed. And so connecting to that power is overall a very good thing. And in this case, it gives you more purpose to your stay in an international place. And now, something else I want to mention about homesickness is, as humans, in Buddhist philosophy, we learn that the great folly or the great tragedy of the human mind is that we only learn how precious things are after they leave us, right? So when you are at home, you don't consciously think like, oh, I'm gonna really miss this unicorn here, right? And when I'm home, I'm not actively thinking, oh, I'm gonna miss this board here, right? But the thing is, when all of this is somehow gone, it will sometimes come into my mind, and I didn't appreciate it back then, and now I'm regretting it, right? So homesickness is a great reminder for us to every once in a while take a pause and just appreciate everything that we have right now, because it's not automatically granted. You don't have the right to have everything in your life right now. Everything in your life is a sheer chance, a complete miracle that just coincided with you. And I think that is a truly magnificent thing that we, just because we get used to, lose touch of. And who knows, maybe in a few months or a year, you're gonna be really missing the things about where you are at right now. So that's my invitation to you today, to just really connect about the things that you are going to miss on your first days to this foreign land. Don't forget, you can always ask questions here, and I'll be very happy to answer them as I'm doing right now. I'll see you in the next video.